Pittsburgh Steelers offense tackle Brock Jones is making a complete transformation, losing more than 20 pounds and becoming a better version of himself in his position switching year. So, Brock Jones is swapping from right tackle to left tackle, and in doing so, he's making a transformation, becoming more mobile by losing 20 plus pounds. But first, before I get more into that and what he said about it, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Also like this video. Now, let's get right into it. So, Brock Jones is finally getting to play his natural position in which he played in high school, in which he played in college, left tackle. In the NFL, his first 2 seasons, he's played right tackle. And now becoming a left tackle makes you have to become more mobile. It's a different position than right tackle. In left tackle, you're protecting the quarterback's blind spot, and you can't let the outside linebackers get the edge on you. So Brock Jones has decided to lose some weight and become more mobile to hit the corners better and be able to move his feet to make sure the quarterback doesn't get hit and less fumbles happen because of it. So Brock Jones has made a complete body transformation, going from 325 pounds to 305 pounds. And here's his quote on that topic. "I wanted to come back a little leaner because it gives me a chance to gain weight going into training camp and throughout the season instead of coming back heavy and then having to lose weight just to gain it back. It's just a hard process. So I just wanted to focus on coming back at a good enough weight to where I can maintain but also gain if I have to." End quote. So Brock Jones has decided to go all out. He made the switch in his diet to get leaner, just like he's making the switch from right tackle to left tackle. And he also admitted in some quotes that playing right tackle was a little bit funky to him, and he's glad to be back as natural position. Here's his quote on that. "At first it did, but when they initially moved me to right tackle and I played it for so long, and then they tried to make me like the swing tackle, it was kind of funky. But I knew I would be going back to left. So this offseason, I just tried to focus on nothing but the left side and just continue to work that way, just to try and get back to the feel of the position. Being back at left tackle, I feel like it's a bigger boost for me just because I've been used to playing on the left side. It's just flipping the plays in my head. Because some of our plays, they're flip-flopped backwards. So you hear them and they might be going one way, but it may be called the other way. So just staying locked in with the plays and just making sure you know them and you know the plays you can play at 110%. End quote. So this is something that Brock Jones has brought up a lot within his first few years with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Basically saying that the right tackle position feels funky to him because left tackle and right tackle are not the same. Yes, they're both tackle positions and one's blocking left side, one's blocking the right side, but it's just completely flipping the play in your head and also flipping your feet around, your body position, just flipping everything, your lead arm. So Brock Jones has always just said that it's not natural for him. And it's like doing something backwards for the very first time. He's never played right tackle before, other than the first few years of the Steelers. So now going back to his natural position at left tackle, in which he played his whole life, it should give a bigger boost to him and this football team. He was drafted in the first round for a reason. Actually traded up in the first round for a reason. Because of what he did at left tackle. Because of what he did at college at that position, his natural position. So kind of moving him over and switching a person's position in which you traded up for in the first round doesn't make sense. Letting the 4th round guy who you let walk in free agency continue to play his natural position at left tackle in Dan Moore Jr. just doesn't make sense. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, you can say, kind of failed the experiment on Brock Jones. Some people call him a bust because of it, but at the same time, you have to let him go back to his natural position to see what he's capable of, because he could be a completely different player. at his natural position, in which he's finally getting an opportunity to play this upcoming season. So this season will be a make or break season for Broderick Jones, because he's finally getting that left tackle position in which he's been kind of wanting to play his entire tenure so far, and it's going to be interesting to see how he plays at it. If he continues to get those penalties, continues to get those false starts, and continues to put his team in harm and those sacks and everything like that, then you can finally say that the experiment has failed. It was a failed first round pick experiment. But if he shows out in which he's getting ready to show out for, then you have to give him a chance. And you can finally say that that's the reason. Left tackle versus right tackle. So Broderick Jones is going all out and trying to switch his body to make that happen. He's going all out to put his team first and put his team and his players' protection ahead of everything else. Losing 20 plus pounds in that short amount of time for Broderick Jones could really help his performance. Sometimes it looked like he was a little bit too stiff. He wasn't able to move his feet as well, but losing that weight and going kind of back to what he was maybe in college in terms of his weight and his strength, maybe that can help him and continue to put the Steelers first and continue to put this upcoming season, this make or break season, on the forefront. Because if he doesn't show out, he may lose his job in the NFL or just with the Pittsburgh Steelers in general. So he needs to show out, and he's trying to do that with the offseason that he's had so far in terms of losing weight to make it happen. Me personally, I've always been a fan of Jones's game. He is a player who you could tell plays with pride. He plays with that fire lit underneath him, and he wants to do good. Yes, there's some mistakes that happen, but he's doing it for the right reason. He's doing it with that fire, and that's all you could really ask for a player. You don't want to have a player that you have to get hyped up. You want a player that's hyped up, then maybe you want to calm down. And that's what Broderick Jones brings to the table. So I finally always said from the day one that he's been here, playing left tackle. He's a first round pick that you trade up for a reason. Playing left tackle. They haven't. Well, 2 years later, 3 years later, he's finally getting the opportunity. So I think he'll show out. And to be honest, you have to remember, coming out of college, he was like 20 years old. So that leaves him, like 22, 23 years old right now. And he was supposed to be a developmental player. Someone who's going to take time to kind of develop in this league into his own. So this is only year 3 for him. So you're going to have to wait and see what he's able to bring. And even if this year doesn't go completely his way, it's still only going to be his first year in the league at left tackle. So you have to wait and see him develop. That's why I've always been an advocate for leaving a guy at the position in which they've been playing. Because if they're playing 2 years at right tackle, and then you switch their position at left tackle, that's only their first year at left tackle. And then they're going to have to see another 2 years at left tackle. And it's like you're switching their position, and it's all kind of getting messed up in time in terms of the developmental process timeline at certain positions. Because now it's like he's a rookie going into the league, first year at left tackle. And we know left tackle is supposed to be a hard position. And he's basically now a rookie at left tackle. So Broderick Jones is still a young player, however. You have to give him time. You have to give him the process to develop and everything he needs at that position. I think this process for him will be a success because he's getting back to what he knows. But anyway, that's in this video. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about the complete body transformation of Broderick Jones, losing more than 20 pounds this offseason in a way for him to get ready for his position switch to left tackle. Do you think it'll be a success at left tackle? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Your thoughts on Broderick Jones in general for this upcoming year. Do you think he'll show out? Also, me personally, I believe he will. But make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, analysis, reports, everything surrounding this football team I've covered this offseason. I'll continue to cover it as we head along to final days of OTAs, minicamp, training camp, everything like that. All the highlights of camp have been on the channel so far. I'll continue to put them on the channel with analysis. Also, every new player is on the channel. So subscribe to the channel, turn notifications. like this video, comment down below. And until the next video, I'll see you guys all later. That's it for me. I'm out. Peace.